Good morning and welcome to Morning Brew. Let's see what's going on this morning. Let's look. Right now, it is. My brain's still waking up. It's, of course, Tuesday at 6 a.m. Central. So, what is going on? I see that someone was here last night, left a message. They'd have to be watching on the replay. So, I'd like to say hello to Steve Mitchum, who left a message. That's a replay. Cool. Hope you listen. And good morning, Dave G Sound. What's going on this morning, Dave? Yeah, it's kind of a uh, kind of an interesting morning. Now, interesting if waking up and feeling like you would like to just go back to sleep is interesting. Uh, uh, and Dave, serious recovery from work again. No big deal. Just all right. Uh, so how how are you doing, Dave? Anything? I mean, another day to work. And good morning, Slasher McSplitter. What's going on this morning, Slasher? Anything fun? Exciting? Not for me, but yeah, I hope everyone is good out there too. And so let's see here. What do you got going on, Slasher? Yeah, so far this is a really exciting morning. Not. Um. Oh. And let's see here. Slasher says, Cap, have you heard this movie that came out called Boss Level? No, I haven't. In fact, Why don't you come on and tell me about it? It's Tuesday morning. We got 4 people watching. Let's see here. And Dave Jackson says, boss level? No, I have not. Slasher says, it's Groundhog Day if it were an action movie. Ah, so none of the pesky love shit. And Slasher says, 1 second. Cool. Yeah, it does sound fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Groundhog Day was good, but you know, and it had its fun parts. You know, watching how many ways he could die, and although you know, some of it got a little. I don't know what's the word. Monotonous. Okay, getting my coffee and now going back. Sorry, I'm not doing without my coffee. That's one of the things I can't do without. Oh, you don't have to, Slasher. Just go ahead and stay in the chat. That's fine. And Dave says it was a pretty good flick. Wish it explained how and why it happened to him, though, so I could do it too and learn piano and everything else real well. Oh, that would be fun. You know, pay a huge amount of money to each time, of course, to take lessons, and never actually have to pay. So, yeah, why not? Oh. And Kapla Bird, how are you this morning?
Hello, world. It's Birdo Pay 5. Kapla. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I just got to the stream. It was silent for the couple of seconds before I clicked on. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay. Still kind of waking up. Uh, now I woke up and it's like
Another day.
another day. Yeah, another day. Uh, but so
Blah, Dave G.
and how was Mama Pray?
Eh, she's okay. She's recently awake as well, so not. I would say not fully awake. The only person still sleeping is Sassy. She's not a person, so the only being still sleeping is Sassy.
Let's see here. Dave G. Sound says after 100 years or so, I'd like to be able to opt out. Though, well, yeah, that's true. But in this case, when you uh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go 100 years. Not on the same day.
What? 100 years about what?
Oh, talking about um, a movie. Let's see here.
Good morrow, JPs.
Pretty bad.
Oh,
Boss
I
level.
gotta wait. I'm sorry. I gotta listen to the TV.
Okay. And while he's
They're
listening to
talking
TV,
about the Johnson and Johnson vaccine.
oh, great news on the Johnson and Johnson vaccine. Isn't following that? What? Okay. Good morning, JPs and Dave. Uh, yeah. Okay, I understand the yield sandwich shop. That's Mhm. Don't confuse me. My brain's still waking up. I don't do old English. Thank you very much. And the random menace. My favorite YouTube person on screen. Wait, my camera's on full. Hi guys, greetings from the future. And yes, of course, random menace. Burrow Prey 5 is on screen. And JP says, dude, hopefully. You know what the bad part is? We should be able to listen to what's being said, but of course, all this copyright shit, Bird has to listen to this where we can't hear it because somebody else, some other company is going to claim it if it's heard. What? Even though the information itself is not claimable. Uh, JP says I just took 4 hours to clean my computer and install new parts. Uh, what new parts did you install? By the way, the Random Menace. How is your wife? JP says, then I booted up the system and blammo, I don't have to reinstall Windows. I hate Windows 10. I, 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 I'm baffled why people love it. I really am. Ugh. I liked Windows 7. Windows 7 was good. I mourned the day I had to give up Windows 7. And the Random Menace. Wife good. Wife happy. Wife bought me a new TV. Ooh, lucky Yosef. JP says, I installed a new CPU, motherboard, and memory. Yeah, I remember when you could do that shit on a laptop, but not anymore. Not even memory.
Sorry, Captain, I'm back. I know it's not your topic, but
Go
apparently
for it.
the vaccine I'm scheduled to get, the FDA has put a pause on it as they investigate blood clotting issues. So now I don't know if or when I'll be getting the shot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Johnson & Johnson shot, the FDA is putting an immediate pause on it, according to NBC News, while they investigate claims of extremely rare blood clots. Now, it's not like the usual blood clot you get in your leg. This is a very rare form of a blood clot that is extremely rare in the usual world, that happens in your brain. And they don't know why.
Yeah.
They always suspected it had something to do with an immune response. But understand they gave out 6.8 million doses of the vaccine, and there's been 6 reported cases of this blood clot. So that's 1 in a million people have reported these blood clots after getting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and so they want to look more into it. It is usually younger women who get it. So I don't know how 6, whether 4 of them have been young women and one's been a guy. I don't know. They didn't give us the breakdown, but they say
Of course not.
it appears to be all younger women most susceptible to it. And so their FDA is relooking at it. To me, it sounds like they'll allow it just for men. Of course, that seems sexist, but I don't know exactly why. Maybe they'll say no women under 60 should to get it. I don't know, but that's what's going on. And also, if you've got a low platelet account, that's to know you're at risk. As if you're getting bloody noses and bleeding gums and bruise easily, you're at greater risk. All this is done now is made Mamo Prey super nervous, and she was already on the edge of getting the vaccine to begin with, and this is gonna make it much harder if they do go ahead and restart it. Or, I mean, ideally, I guess, if the city would change and do a Pfizer shot or something, that would be best. So they come twice instead of once. But I don't know. I hope I'm guessing this is gonna screw up their plans.
I would say yes. Absolutely.
I don't understand why the FDA would be halting it though. If it's literally 1 in a million people, there's got to be more going on. They're not halting a rat vaccine for a 1 in a million. I mean, a sugar pill somebody takes has a 1 in a million chance of killing them
Yeah.
from the placebo effect. Like literally, if they give you a Tic Tac, you got a 1 in a million case of dying afterwards because of a blood clot. That's not God statistically significant.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hello, by the way. Hello.
Hey, Slasher, what's up?
Hey, Kapla Slasher.
I know you've been on for 20 minutes, and it took me 15 minutes to fire up my fucking laptop and get it actually working. So,
Don't
hello.
worry about it. So how was the movie, by the way?
I'd say it's worth watching.
Okay.
I at least once. Yeah. Uh, I didn't even know that this movie was coming out until I watched it yesterday.
What
It,
what
it
movie?
it's called Boss Level.
I can't say I've heard of it.
I'm in the same boat. Like I didn't know of it until yesterday, but it's worth watching. It's.
Where did you watch it at?
I went to my friend's house yesterday, and it was like he was watching it. He never saw it before, and as soon as I went to his house yesterday, it was just on. I was like, "What the hell is this?" I didn't know if it was a movie or a TV show.
And see, your AG Sound says that's funny, Bird. Wife just called right when you mentioned it that J&J was on hold. You can die from drinking too much water when you're dehydrated. So, hello, FDA. Yeah, that's about right. Uh,
You end up like drowning your own brain if you drink too much water, right?
mm-hmm. I mean, hell, you could die a million different ways. You could die of lack of oxygen. You could die of too much oxygen. You could die of whatever. It's like fuck you all. Let's just live life.
If you're at a barbecue and you have a can of soda, uh, and a bee manages to land in that can of soda, you could die if that thing stings you in the fucking stomach. Anything could happen.
Yeah, exactly. Anything could happen. So let's see here. Do this real quick.
But Cap, this movie, Mel Gibson, dude, Mel Gibson is in this fucking movie.
Okay. Boss Level. 2021 science fiction action film by whatever. Let me look. Uh, Written by Chris. Story of horror. What's it? Stars Frank
Looking at
Whatever.
the trailer now.
Frank Grillo.
Grillo, thank you, as a retired Special Forces soldier who tries to escape a never-ending loop that results in his death.
Naomi Watts is in this too. I was like, holy shit, is that Naomi Watts?
Mel Gibson, Naomi Watts, and Michelle Yeoh. And okay, the film was
Wait a
originally
second.
yes.
Is this just Groundhog Day again?
Yep. It's action
Son
movie
of a bitch.
It's action movie Groundhog Day. Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to Cap before I came on here. It's if Bill Murray was like a fucking secret agent in Groundhog Day or whatever the fuck this guy was.
The film was originally announced, in 2012 as Continue, and was developed by Carnahan at 20th Century Fox. But it did not move forward. Boss Level was formally announced in November 2017 and produced by Carnahan. It was originally scheduled to be released on August 16th, 2018, but was delayed.
Whoa! So this was shelved. This was
Yeah.
shelved for 2 years.
Was released on March 5th, 2021.
So this was shelved
I'm
for
gonna have
2
to
years.
check it out.
And so you can check it out on Hulu.
Oh, it was interesting to
Michelle's
find out how
yeah.
long. Oh, it was interesting to find out when movies were shelved for a couple years. I mean, I understand why it wasn't released last year, but nothing was released last year, pretty much.
Yeah, at least it was released finally.
A lot of positive comments, a lot of positive reviews.
Yes, Random Menace, Naomi Watts is in the movie.
Guessing
Still
I
looking
know
good.
what I'm watching today.
Still looking good. Naomi Watts, still looking prime time.
And yes, if you're married, shame on you. Report to your wife for hitting.
And
That sounded pretty bad, Captain.
Dave G. I don't know.
Read what he wrote.
Dave G.
It sounded like you're telling him to go hit his wife.
No. She needs to hit him. Seriously.
Yes, but report to your wife for hitting. It could be taken different ways.
Oh, no. I would never, ever advocate for a man hitting a woman unless he's defending himself. Of course, I don't recommend a man hitting a woman hitting a man either, but, he needs to be Gibbs slapped.
Sometimes
just
it needs, sometimes they need to.
Cap, do you see what Dave G says about Mel Gibson?
Did Mel Gibson get drunk or tortured in this flick? Again, good question.
He does like getting tortured in movies. I wonder if it's in his fucking contract.
Probably. Okay, let's see here. Random menace. I will never. First, my wife, she's mean. No, 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 no. Never hit your wife. And then JP's because you're married does not mean you're dead. That's correct, JP. It doesn't mean you're dead. Some things you should think and never say, even in chat. Called evidence.
He suffers for his instrument.
Dave. Now that's something that can be taken several ways.
I mean, it did take him getting castrated in a movie to win an Oscar, right?
What movie was that?
Braveheart.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay, yeah. That's been a few years ago. I used to have that movie. Still might.
Great movie.
Don't know for sure. But, had a few things that have gone missing over the years. But so, what do you think, Bert? Is it going onto a list for you to watch?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to watch it today.
Which one? Which one, Bird of Prey?
Boss
level?
level.
Boss
Oh,
level.
okay. I'm not going to guarantee you like it. There will probably be certain parts where you want to rip your hair out of your own fucking head, and you're like, just fucking do something already.
Oh, that really won't be an issue since
There's a lot of
there's
tedious parts.
nothing left.
Yeah,
Alright,
there's some
okay,
left.
Okay, all right.
You got body hair.
All right, all right. Your eyebrows then.
You got body hair, so you know you could rip over your shoulder and go and rip out some back hair or something. You know,
certain parts of the movie, you'll be like, oh, just fucking get this over with already.
And good morning, Dr. Alex.
Oh, hello, Yvette.
Good afternoon, Yvette.
Hello, Dr. Alex.
Well, that's because real life happens, Yvette. And good morning, 6 afternoon. See, that's a funny thing. Not knowing where somebody's from, what's the appropriate greeting. I try to say good afternoon to people I know who are from Europe.
Good morning is always the appropriate greeting.
Okay.
Maybe hello.
And then of course, there's Australia, who
Oi.
is
Our appropriate greeting is, "Oi, I'm Aussie O'Prey."
I saw your message on whatever Discord. Yes, if that is what you mean, Yvette.
Hello is good for any time of the day, no matter where you are.
This is true.
Hello.
Now she's going back looking to see if I missed something. She said in chat. No, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Yes. Of course, she says good afternoon, and apologies for tardiness. Yeah, that's. Oh, I love kids. Right now, would love to murder them. I won't, but you know. love kids so much. So anyhow, it does help wake me up. I'll tell you that much. Kicks the brain into overtime. And I've got headphones on. That's the sad part. My headphones actually reduce what I hear on the outside. And when I hear it coming over screaming, yeah, that's pretty bad because I know it's even louder. JP's, I like to be in the outside world, not locked up in a, nut house. Although the outside world is rather a nut house anyhow, and if I could guarantee that I would be given access to my computer and internet, what's the thought? But and yes, Dave, they yell an awful lot. Well, let me put it to you this way. Considering who their grandmother is, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I understand exactly why they do what they do.
Yeah. I just want to drop in and tell you about that movie.
I appreciate
you coming and talk about that movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hop out. I should get some sleep.
Yes, you should.
I tried to go to sleep like 2 hours ago. I couldn't. I have to. I need to get some sleep.
You need to sleep.
All right. Thanks for letting me come through.
You're welcome.
Bird of Prey. Good morning / afternoon. Oh,
Good
wow,
morning.
that was loud.
Yes, it was. And I'm going to mute for a second. I hope Bird, you'll take over so I can go to a quieter place.
Okay.
Take care,
right.
Slasher McSplitter. Master
Later,
of
everybody.
disaster. Okay. Hello, world. It's Bird of Prey 5. Now, I could be mean and do an Aussie O Prey rant while Captain Track can do nothing about it. But I'm not that mean, especially not today, because today is Be Nice Karoga Day. It is a day when all Karogans are urged to be especially nice to our friends and more especially our enemies or our lenemies. And you're like, well, what's a lenemy? A lenemy is a friend who you lent something to and then they didn't give it back. So they've become a lenemy. And this is a word we have from ancient Karogan. And it's literally called lenemy. How it lined up so perfect with English is just one of the mysteries of the ages. But Captain, do you have any lenemies?
Yes, I do, actually.
I do as well. To this day, she says, you didn't give that to me. It was always mine. No. I clearly remember you asking to borrow it. She doesn't believe me. I shouldn't have let it go so far, maybe? But yes, lenemies, they're real things.
Yes,
but
they
today
are.
we're especially nice. In fact, I think I'm going to message my lenemy today just to ask how she's doing. Because it's been a while.
Well, there is a reason for that old saying, neither a borrower nor lender be.
Yeah, but this was like, oh, I want to show this DVD to my mom. How do you say no to that? How do you say no to that? It was a movie. To be completely honest, it's a movie I don't care about, but it's the principle of the thing.
And
Well,
of course, Yvette has enemies. I'm not surprised.
now this isn't like can I borrow a cup of sugar and then you never return the sugar, because obviously nobody expects you to return a cup of sugar or whatever, because what the hell are you going to do? Stuff it back into your bag? Open up your bag of sugar and just pour it in and hope that, hey, it's the same bag and there's still room to put it. That's disgusting. You people are disgusting. Oh, I'm supposed to be nice today.
Why?
I mean, it's wonderful news when people return sugar,
Okay, why are you supposed to be nice
because
today?
it's Friendship Day in Piroga. You might have missed that part while you were restarting or reloading, refreshing.
Well, the mouse was someplace and it clicked me out of the studio. I was in the midst of trying to get the hell out of the chaos.
Gotcha. JP says you have to have stuff others want first to be said lender.
True.
True. Yeah. Although I'd venture to say we all have at least something somebody wants, even if it's, it doesn't have to be, nice. It doesn't have to be that nice or expensive. It just has to be useful, right? You might not have a lot, but if you've got a little plastic thing to clear snow off your car in winter, somebody wants that, right? If you have, if you have a car and you have battery cables, somebody will want to borrow them. Things like that. Hell, if you have a car, somebody might want to borrow it, even if it's a crappy car.
I've had a few times, and somebody wanted to borrow my car. It's like, where are you going?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to work. Okay, I'll give you a ride. No, I'll just let me borrow it. I'll say, no. First of all, you're going to be gone all fucking day if you're actually going to work. No, I'm not doing it without my car all damn day. I'll give you a ride. I'll even come back and pick you up and take you home, but you're not borrowing the car. Go ahead, Bert.
The very first time I lent my car to somebody, it was my white Jeep, and it was one of Mamo Prey's friends, and he was moving, and they drove it. I wasn't there. I don't know, I was busy, young, whatever, but like, they were moving his apartment, and I guess there was something that they put in the back of the Jeep, and they couldn't close the back gate of the Jeep, and they drove with the gate open, which you're never supposed to do. And they must have hit a bump, and they blew both of the shocks or whatever that hold the gate up.
Ooh.
So after that, I couldn't open the back gate unless I was physically holding it with one arm while doing it. Now, I believe the guy did pay to have it fixed or whatever, but it was still a very annoying few weeks in between the time it got fixed. Might have been days, but whatever it was, I never forgot. I never forgot. That's what happens when you lend your Jeep to somebody.
Yes.
That said, years later, I would lend an extra Jeep I had to a friend for like 6 months, and it was no worse for the wear when he returned it. But you never know. You never know. Who? You don't remember that? Okay, hold on. I gotta mute myself so I can give Mama Prey a full name.
And then, okay, Six said, I only lend things out I'm prepared to never see again. Yes, that's correct. That says, I had to replace it. The entire files collection. I went to someone. Oh Lord, X-Files. Yes, and yes, that is a tragedy. And then it says, "Well, life goes on."
Okay. Mom O'Brien had forgotten. She vaguely remembers it now that I reminded her who it was.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that wouldn't
I guess
necessarily
that
be.
particular Jeep didn't want to be lent out. Yeah. Didn't want to be lent out.
So it drove well for you, but didn't for others. Something
Right.
like
It
that.
drove well for me until it didn't, and the something broke and the carburetor wouldn't close, and it kept speeding up, and I couldn't get the accelerator to stop. The pedal stopped working, and I had to quickly put it into neutral and brake, and then to stop it, which then blew the engine because it was at like 10,000 RPMs and increasing. Apparently, whoever, like I said, this wasn't the engine designed for that Jeep. The guy, before I knew anything about Jeeps, I had no idea. The guy who owned it before me put in this custom engine and apparently used a zip tie at some place, and the zip tie finally cracked, and it kept the gas line open, so it kept wanting to accelerate, despite me not pressing the gas.
Okay, that
It
doesn't
was
sound good.
spooky. No, it was
Yeah.
very scary. And that was what convinced Mom O'Prey that, we should go lease a newer Jeep for me. And that became my second Jeep after that happened to my first Jeep. The second Jeep, I put so many miles on that they laughed their asses off when we were going to the end of the lease. We just had to purchase it outright because the cost of the over mileage would have exceeded the cost of purchasing the Jeep.
Yeah.
I think it was 42,000 miles over the mileage limit, which was already 12,000 miles a year. I mean, it wasn't like later leases, they would get stupid low on the number of miles, but this was still, they were giving 12,000 miles a year.
Yeah.
And I was 42,000 miles over.
Oops. Yeah, I remember after a while they got, it's like, what? With mileage, because you're going to do more mileage than that going to and from the grocery store, let alone work or anything else.
Before I got sick and I had traded in my third and final Jeep for my Infinity, I prepaid for extra mileage because it was a lease, but I knew I was going to put on more miles, even though it was I think it was a 10,000 mile a year lease. And I knew I was going to put on extra miles because I love to drive. And this was my ultimate driving vehicle, which was, it was so much fun and so roomy and so comfortable. So I prepaid for like 15,000 miles a year,
Right.
on the lease, and then ended up getting sick after a year, and we kept paying that thing off for years. It just sat in the driveway unused, and then it wasn't until the week or month before we went to turn it in that I went back and looked through the paperwork, and it was in there in the fine print was that you could have ended the lease early due to disability. Had I looked at that paperwork early, we could have saved tens of thousands of dollars in monthly fees. Literally tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, it was an $800+ monthly payment for like 2 years that just we had to pay. Maybe not tens of thousands, but a lot of money. We could have saved a lot of money. Though, again, in my defense, doctor said I'd be walking again in a year, so I, thought I'd maybe be able to drive again too. But
Yeah.
so I wasn't looking to get rid of it right away.
Yeah.
But still. I do miss that. That as much as I love my Jeeps, and I loved all my Jeeps, the Infinity was excellence. It was so nice that I to drive the CEO someplace once of the company,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Damn, this is nice." And the next day, the company had one. I look and I see mine, and I had mine was in the metallic gray, and a truck comes up and delivers a shiny new all black one to the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I decided to get one for the company because he was so impressed with it." So he had his security guy drive him around in that thing from then on. He came to work in his own Mercedes V12, which was a pretty expensive thing. He had a lot of expensive cars. One day he went full a-hole and drove his Ferrari to work and parked it in the handicap spot, of which there were 4, but nobody ever used. But because it was a Ferrari, he felt like he couldn't park it even in his spot, which was his own personal spot. And it was surrounded by other executives. He didn't trust the other executives not to dent his Ferrari. So he literally parked it in the handicap spot like an a-hole. I was the first and last time he ever took his Ferrari to work. He had some other nice ones too. I think it was an Aston Martin. He had some crazy expensive cars, but his daily driver, as we would call it, was his Mercedes V12. Which was a lot of their executives had really nice, expensive cars. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit into any. One time, my boss's nephew, who was also a vice president, asked me if I could fix something on his car, and I says, "Yeah, I can do it," because I was the engineer, so I could do anything, right?
Yeah.
So he gave me his keys. I went down, and he's like, "Well, drive it around the block, make sure it's working." And I was like, "Oh my God, like I'm gonna drive this $500,000 car or whatever, $250,000 car. I don't know." But I knew it was more than I was making at the time. But I couldn't get in the car. I couldn't put my feet. I was like, I come back. I'm like, "John." He's like, "What's the matter?" I was like, "John, I can't drive the car." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "The seat's all the way back. The wheels as high up as it goes, and my knees can't fit in. I physically can't drive your car." He's like, "I got to see this." And he comes down, and I have to go in. He's like, "Wow." He's like, "I guess you can't drive my car." Oh, well.
Oh my God.
I worked on his boat too. One day he just took me from the office. He's like, "Come on. I got something I need to do on my boat." And his boat is a fucking yacht, mind you. So we go to the marina. He has like this, you look down and there's this giant boat at the end of the dock. That was his. And we go on, and he's like, yeah, so I need to upgrade the software on my Magellan whatever system. I was like, okay. So I had to do a software upgrade. I had to look. I was like, okay, well, we need this cable. I was like, oh shit, this is a custom cable. So I had to go back to the office, solder up a custom cable, and then I was able to do the software upgrade. He's like, oh, let's take it out and make sure it works. So then we're sailing around Long Island Sound for the afternoon, making sure his auto navigation works. And I'm like, what do you mean, John? Don't you have to be watching where the boat's going? He's like, no, it's auto navigating. That's what's great. So I was like, no, I was like, I'm watching. He wanted to go in the back and just hang out at the back of the boat and like look what's going on. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay here so I can see where we're headed. He's like, that's the whole point. You don't need to drive. I was like, no, you do. You need eyes. But he was very happy. He just plotted his course and it was working. Apparently, the old system would zigzag, and the upgrade went from straight lines from point to point to point. But I was a little worried that he didn't feel it was him. So I think he was just. I don't think he honestly felt that. I think he was more joking from my account that he could tell I was a little nervous. But yeah, I don't think he really would have left it. Because I mean, honestly, his boat was like his baby. He always talked about it. I don't think he would really let it go on autopilot. JP says the only Infiniti I like to own is a G37X. Well, I'll tell you, the QX56, the 2008 QX56, that was a very impressive marvel of the time. It had the onboard GPS, voice recognition. I still have dreams where I'm driving that thing, but I've forgotten how the GPS works, and I'm getting lost. I'm like, God damn, I wish I could remember how the GPS works on this thing. Dave G loves the scene in Office Space where Lumbergh parks his Porsche in the handicap spot, and the tow truck rips the fender.
JP's, it would zigzag to elude the Russian submarines. Yvette, I had a Suzuki Mini Jeep. What the hell's a Mini Jeep? That's something new. I've not heard of that term before. Okay.
I don't think it's called a Mini Jeep.
A Suzuki Samurai.
It's Jeep shaped.
Yeah.
Thought Yvette was saying she was too top heavy, and I had to realize what she was actually saying.
Let's see here. That would be interesting if Yvette were banned in the U.S. Yeah, that would be. And JP says, we had them in Kazakhstan. And good morning, Darius. How are you this morning?
I'm sorry, Yvette. I didn't realize what you had said, but I'm reading it from bottom up.
Yes, Yvette, make sure that LGG clips that one. Let's see here. And JP says, yeah, I was thinking that too, Bird of Prey. And JG Sound, as soon as you made one too, those were popular for a while. Dangerous, but popular. Also the Geostorm. Yeah. I don't even like the name, so hey, you know. Hmm. Oh, a tracker. Oh, God. Yeah, I had a friend who had one. Mm, no, no, just mm-mm. That thing looked ugly. What's funny, she ended up getting involved in an accident that was actually not her fault. Um, and ended up getting a replacement, the exact same car. Uh, everything, everything, down to the paint color, the type of tires. Da, 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 da. If it was on the old one, it was on the new one. And I swear to God, I mean, and I know the old one was not reworked, but the funny thing was when she originally got the vehicle, she had a problem. She'd stopped too quickly one time and spilled a cup of coffee. Ended up on the passenger side. Within 6 months of getting the new vehicle, she had an almost identical spill in the new one. So the floor was stained in almost the identical pattern of the old one. Let's see here. Geo had the animated dinosaur in the ad. Yeah, during the late 90s. Their ads reminded me of a cereal rather than a car ad. Yeah, that's true. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, Tracker and Darius. Tracker was not quite a car, not quite a truck. And good morning, Jester Sin, who says, Hail to the brew. And JP's are people that are abusive to their new vehicles get me angry. Oh, yeah. Oh, that reminds me of a woman who was needing a ride to work. So my car was new. Well, still was year. Um, so keep in mind, I didn't let anybody do anything in my car. No food, no drink, no smoking, nothing. She gets in with a cup of coffee and a lit cigarette. I said, you know the rules. She's like, well, I'm going to work. I said, okay, give me $20. If there's any problems, I'll charge you the rest later. She didn't have a spill. Nothing happened. Said I'll give it a look. If there's nothing wrong, I'll give you the $20 back later. And I did.
No,
I was
that was
serious.
that was a fair compromise.
Yeah, I did have to use some new car spray on it because I'm sorry. I may like cologne with a little tobacco smell, but still, cigarette smoke is not a pleasant odor ever. So, yeah. And needless to say, she never asked me for a ride again. She didn't like my rules. I'm sorry. My car. I don't. I honestly, I don't understand. You know, if somebody has a simple request, um, you know, honor it or find another way. And let's see here. Someone else's car. You have to be able. Yeah, you have to abide by the rules. Yeah. AG says it's disrespectful. Choose someone else's car. Just assuming. Yeah, do as you like without asking. Exactly. And JP says the only rule I have in my car is take your garbage with you and no farting. I'm the only one who farts
That's
in my
two
car.
rules.
Yeah.
You know, I think I don't know if it's Mercedes or Lexus. One of them offer a fart detector as an optional add-on.
Okay. This has got to be a joke.
No, it's legit. If anybody farts, that section of the car lights up like red blinking light, and it says "alert, alert, fart detected." And it says by passenger seat or, center middle aisle.
Oh my god.
Now you obviously it doesn't alert the driver. If it's the driver, it remains silent. It might be an aftermarket part. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it in action somewhere. Might have been a dream. I don't know, but yeah, it's out there. It's real.
A fart detector.
It's made by the same people who make the stuff you put in a pool to turn the water green if you pee in it. If you're interested, they also make a time of the month detector, but it's a little more risque, where you got to put the sensor.
Oh Lord. And
They're
he's
quite
playing
the
off
they're
innocent the other day.
they're quite the no. This is quite the quite the progressive company. Not Progressive Insurance, but innovative company. It's quite an innovative company. They've got a pretty good brain trust going.
All right. Love you. Okay.
And yes, JP's leather seats in a car always makes it sound like you're farting. Darius says, I have one of those sensors. My nose.
That's disgusting, Darius.
How is that disgusting?
Using your nose to sense time of the month? That's disgusting.
Farts. Farts.
Oh, I thought we'd moved on.
And good morning, DD Myers. By the way, Random Menace, how is your work going?
That is not true, Random Menace, about chlorine. It absolutely can smell. Before anybody's even been in the pool, you can get a nice, strong chlorine smell. And I like the smell of
Oh,
chlorine.
yeah. Chlorine smells strong. Yeah.
Especially if you accidentally overchlorinate your pool, which may
Mm-hmm.
have happened a few times while we were growing up and had a pool.
Yep. Trust me, it's happened. Been there. So Dave G sound, Darius, if you fart, just ask anyone around if they smell popcorn. So they inhale deeply. Oh, that's mean, Dave. I like it, but it's mean.
I hated at work. Goddamn. One of the things they'd give away free was popcorn. And goddamn it, any fucking day that somebody actually decided to microwave popcorn early in the day, and all you would smell all day is just the fucking popcorn. And then one person after another would go and microwave more popcorn, and the entire day would be nothing but smelling a delicious microwave popcorn. And there was no way you could not go then microwave yourself a whole bag of freaking popcorn. Couldn't get any work done at that point. You might as well just close the office. It's 11:30 a.m. Somebody just microwave popcorn. Oh, we're done for the day. Goodbye. Be back on Monday, but it's Wednesday. Well, the night staff, they're gonna microwave their popcorn too. They know how to work the microwave. Yvette says chlorine and her do not get along. What happened, Yvette?
Probably an allergy.
JPs cannot swim in pools anymore due to overchlorinated pools. Don't you guys have I don't know, but we also have the salt is replacing the chlorine. They have some other salt-based chemical that's replacing a lot of the chlorine pools. I personally prefer the chlorine. It's a tried and tested method of killing things.
And JP says, popcorn isn't as bad as someone nuking their stinky fish.
Well, you see, that would get you shanked or something. We didn't have that problem. Okay, you didn't come to work and nuke a stinky fish sandwich. But yeah, that wasn't going to go over well. But the microwave popcorn, it's like, okay, we're doing this again. I guess so. I mean, they had other stuff. They had like Doritos and shit, chips. But every so often, somebody just wanted that popcorn. And I didn't care if it was 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I mean, for all practical purposes, the work week ended 3 hours earlier, but I would not a lot of changes I would have made to my office, but I would have taken away or kept the popcorn locked up until at least like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
No reason anybody needs to be making morning popcorn. Mom, oh pray, could you eat some popcorn? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Whoever brought up fit.
Oh, you already made Mama Pray sick.
How?
Oh, she had somebody where she used to work at Newark Airport who used to make their stinky fish sandwich.
Ugh.
Hours and shifts, so she would make her lunch in the morning, like at 9:30,
Uh,
and it was the worst fish in every day.
Ugh.
yeah, they worked around the clock there. So,
Yeah.
Yvette prefers to swim in the sea. You know what? A complete opposite, Yvette. I hate swimming in the ocean. I'd much rather swim in a pool.
Yeah.
Daria says hi to Mama Pray. She says hello. Hello to everybody.
Oh, yes. Hello, Mama Pray.
Dave
So?
G says, one of the sound engineers I worked with ate nothing but stinky fish every day at the stage I worked at. You should have shanked him.
He might have been married to the woman next.
Yeah.
Do you have a wife that worked at Newark Airport? See, and God forbid, they were ever found dead. The police would say, execution style murder. And no one would ever bring up the stinky fish connection. Like they're just absolved of the fact that they were spreading their stinky fish around the country, like they were innocent. Good morning, Andrea Seabrook.
Good morning,
Kapla.
Andrew Seabrook.
We were just talking about stinky fish and fart detectors. JP's is a bird. Are you in a shanking mood today? I didn't realize it until I realized I used the word shanking at least 6 times in this conversation.
Yep.
Considering the normal amount of times I use shanking, that's 6 times more than normal. Kerplop, Andrea, kerplop. Yeah, we want to hear toucans. You want to hear toucans, right, Captain? Toucan Sam. Are Fruit Loops involved? Quick, Captain, what's your favorite color Fruit Loop? False.
I don't know. Purple.
What's your favorite flavor Fruit Loop?
There's flavors.
There's different colors, aren't they?
Yeah. I didn't know there were flavors.
Well, you're right. There aren't. They all the exact same flavor. They're just colors that are different. But that is a massive, massive letdown. Ruined my childhood to find out that Fruit Loops are not flavored like their colors. It's completely in your mind. There's absolutely no flavor difference between a red, a green, and a yellow or a blue Fruit Loop. And if you think there is, it's your mind. To close your eyes and eat them, you have absolutely no idea what flavor you are eating. Because they're not flavors, they're all the same flavor. Professor Brainy Specs, good morning. He feels like crope. Oh, he means crap.
Crap. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. Hey, but at least you didn't get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and find out today that they're pausing it.
That's true. Yeah, bread number 5 is the best, Dave G said.
Fruity Pebbles suck. Fruity Pebbles suck, JPs. I love the Fruit Loops. I love the Fruity Cheerios. Fruity Pebbles, they have this taste. They are inedible. Completely and utterly inedible. When we used to go up to the Adirondacks house, and like different people would go grocery shopping, and I would specifically put on the list Fruit Loops. And then some asshole came back with Fruity Pebbles once. And I said, "What the fuck is this?" Excuse my language. But I did, because we were, teenagers, and we didn't care how we spoke. I said, "What the is this?" And they're like, "Oh, you said Fruit Loops." I was like, "Yeah, Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. Not Fruity Pebbles." They're like, "What's the difference?" Like, "What's the difference? These taste like crap." I said a different word. And I was pissed all week. All I wanted was Fruit Loops. Of course, the freaking store that was maybe 10 minutes away, the closest general store, they didn't have the Fruit Loops. I think I ended up getting, what's that stuff? Frosted mini wheats instead, because I wasn't going to eat Fruity Pebbles. Dave G says wrong. Are you saying, wait. Are you saying Fruity Pebbles aren't disgusting? Or are you saying that Fruit Loops have individual flavors?
I didn't mind the Cocoa Pebbles.
I never ate Cocoa Pebbles. I loved Cocoa Krispies, but I had a
Same
bad physical
difference.
reaction. No, don't make me. Don't make me, Cap.
In this case, both made with milk chocolate.
Right, but the problem was with the Cocoa Krispies, I'd have a bad physical reaction to it. So what I had to do was eat Rice Krispies with Hershey syrup in the milk to approximate Cocoa Krispies. Professor Brainy Specs says best is Frosted Flakes. I would strongly disagree. They're not it's not bad, but there's way too much sugar on Frosted Flakes.
True.
For my flake-based cereal, my favorite is Special K. But Professor Brainy Specs does agree Fruity Pebbles are horrible. Darius says, I had Fruity Pebbles once. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave Jesus, wrong, Jeff. Wrong. And Brainy Specs says, I threw up the one and only time I ate Fruity Pebbles. And were they still fruity on the way out?
Oh.
JP says, Frosted Mini Wheats is an old person cereal. That's fine. I don't care.
No, it's not.
I had it as a kid. Now they've got mini wheats too.
Oh, now that is an old person cereal.
I thought that was more of the kids cereal because they're smaller. But whatever. Andrea Seabrook says Lucky Charms. You know, it's a cereal I never really ate because I don't like marshmallows. So any marshmallow based cereal I stayed away from. No, you're wrong. It looks fun.
Oh yeah. Marshmallows in cereal. No, not usually.
I mean, I know they put marshmallows in the hot chocolate, so what's really the difference?
They melt.
Oh. JP says they come out your nose too, Professor. Oh God. Dave G says I like Dino Bites, the cheap version of Fruity Pebbles. They are edible. You know, they might be. I never had them, so I can't comment. Tim Christ says, Bird, you are totally weird. Did you try the malto meal version of fruit? I don't know what that is. JP says, marshmallows are smiggin' gross. They are gross. I don't like them in any shape or size. I can tolerate them barely in Rice Krispie treats, but that's about it. That's as close as I want to come to a marshmallow. And if there was a way to take the marshmallow out of the Rice Krispie treat, but still keep them stuck together, I would.
Actually, there probably is a way, but I don't know if it tastes as good.
You could just mix a sugar solution or something. That would work. Dave G. Sounds says grape nuts, oh pray. I've tried grape nuts. Kashi. There was some Kashi cereals that I really liked, but I got tired of paying like twice the price of normal cereal and realizing it was still not any healthier than Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
The Catman D.D. Myers is Lucky Charms all the way. Jester of Sin doesn't like any flaky cereal, apparently. Raisin Bran Crunch, that's a good one. I have that.
Yeah.
Well, I used to when I used to
Yeah.
eat cereal. It's an old person cereal. I got it from my dad to keep it regular. You know,
I mean, I remember
there's
eating
a lot
it
of
before,
cereals I like when I eat cereal, but not Lucky Charms. Andrea says there's a total riot of toucans here. They sound kind of like frogs, except they click their beaks.
Then I can
Toucan.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, what does Toucan Sam say? Like, what's his catchphrase? I forget. I keep thinking they're great, but no, that's Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a catchphrase. Andrea's only got 2% on her phone.
Ooh.
She'll check back later.
And good morning, JJ. Professor Brady Specs has a temperature this morning. Then you better yeah.
Is it a low temperature? I mean, like not a high fever, not low temperature specifically.
Okay, I'll say it. I'm sorry. People say I have a temperature. Well, yeah, of course you have a temperature.
We all do.
You have a pulse. You got a temperature. I guess technically,
Even bodies.
Yeah, even bodies have temperature. Yep.
Right. If you're not at absolute zero, you have a temperature. JJ, aka Sith Lord, says Cocoa Puffs are the best. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, JJ? Malto meal is a generic version of a cereal. I never heard of that, Tim.
Yeah. Malto meal.
You find them in bags instead of boxes.
Correct.
I've seen the bags. I never knew that's what they were called.
Malto meal has a whole line of products. They can, they're basically knockoffs of whatever.
You have in your Chinese-made Fruit Loops.
Basically.
With rusted nails for extra iron.
No, it's still better than Frosted Fruity Holes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anyway, I hope it's a slight fever, Professor. Nothing too bad. Yesterday, I woke up, and I took a nap. I woke up so sweaty, that to be disgusting, but we changed my clothes and my pillow. Like, I honestly thought I had a fever, like it broke or something, but the temperatures, everything came back normal.
And he says it's
99.1. Oh, Professor. Okay, I understand. That's high for you. You usually run around 97.5. I do too. I'm usually in the 97s as well, the low 97s. But yeah, okay, that is a minimal temperature. And I venture to say that is in fact a good sign. It is proof your body is making an immune response, which is exactly what it should be doing.
correct.
Yeah.
So
Just
yes,
follow my nose. That's Toucan Sam's.
yes, follow my
Thank you,
nose.
Darius.
Yes,
Just follow
thank
my
you.
nose. And Dave G. See, I attribute that to Sassy. I say, Sassy, I say, the nose knows. Because she sniffs, somebody starts eating food, or Mama Prey starts cooking food, and Sassy, her nose goes up first. And she starts sniffing in the direction of the scent. And say, the nose knows.
And Kronos, I like that. Who has cat scratch fever? Hey, Captain Trek and Bird and panel. Kronos, Bird
Couple
and
of
I are the
Kronos.
panel. What are you talking about? Oh, I love Kronos. He's Kronos. Uh, yeah, Darius. They redesigned Toucan Sam. He looks weird now. That's because they keep redesigning all the old characters, all the old things, because it would be more whatever. Now, granted, I understand things being updated. Don't get me wrong. Hell, I have a poster somewhere, unless I left it. Uh, Mickey Mouse over the years. He's evolved from what he originally first was to now. So things do change, but yeah, some of the changes that have been made recently are like, what the fuck are you on? And then let's see here. Carlos just woke up. Cool. That means you actually got some sleep. Awesome. Kronos says, hello to everyone. And I will ask this, Professor, do you have the ability to take off work today? And Tim Christ. Like the new DuckTales. Terrible. I've not seen the new one. I've not seen the new one. And I'm glad to hear you slept well. That's good. And wonder what Sassy's doing. And good morning, Crimson Mist.
Sassy is sleeping, as she often does.
Crimson says maybe some of these folks should start taking acid like many others did back in the 70s. Well, while I would not recommend breaking any laws. I don't see how it could do any damage. These idiots have no brains anyhow. So, okay, JP's DuckTales. Woo woo. DuckTales. Go for it, JP. Start singing. That's the thing. You don't tell me what not to do because, yeah, I tend to kind of do that. Because, well, oh yeah, Darkwing Duck, definitely.
Sassy Cam.
Okay, let me get back over to the StreamYard thing. It's easier to read the chat and get to the solo layout. And we've got Sassy.
As you can tell, she's quite busy.
Of course. And I see she has her own pillow.
Yes.
For some reason, there are people that think that dogs don't like pillows.
Oh no, Sassy loves pillow.
And I've had dogs like that before. One that just liked to lay on the pillow itself. Another that would lay like a person, like Sassy is, where her head is on the pillow and the rest of her body goes down the pillow until it's off. It's, let's see here. Darius says, Crimson Mist, I grew up in the 90s. Cartoons were an acid trip. Well, actually, you ought to be watching, and I'm having a brain fart.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Resolute Germ on Saturday morning has a cartoon thing. Resolute Germ. Every
I need to
Saturday
cut
morning.
the camera.
Okay. Then I will.
Sorry. Just
No problem.
holding the arm out gets tired.
Yes. Well, put it where you can rotate it on a stand or something.
I don't have any room for that, unfortunately, in my current setup.
Have it suspended from the ceiling.
Suspended from the ceiling. Yeah, that would work. You just get somebody up there and turn it upside down, and then I wouldn't be able to use it on Bed Life.
Not true. You would then also have it on a what do you call those things? Remote, where
The
you could adjust
camera.
that will.
Oh, on a remote. Well, that would be coming from the wrong angle. I guess we don't. I guess okay. I guess we could suspend it from the ceiling and use a different angle. It doesn't have to be the angle you just saw
Right.
for Sassy.
Yeah, remote. You can turn it at will and then adjust it up and down. So yeah, it's quite feasible. Not reasonable, but it could be done. Yeah, let's see here. He has Darkwing Duck. What is it? Clone Wars. Conan something, and Transformers on every Saturday. It is an absolute. Let's see, now I got to go back to do that. Thank you.
Okay, Mom will pray permanently, not permanently, but put it on a table, so I don't have to hold my arm out. You get a much steadier view, and look, you can even see Sassy putting her eyes slightly looking at the camera.
She couldn't care less about the camera. She's like,
I
I'm
saw her
relaxed.
glance over at it. And I will make sure you don't have TV on in the background. We'll go to the security cameras. So
Kronos, please don't use that spelling. And no, she is quite alive and quite.
she is getting her beauty rest.
Yes.
Okay.
As
the Supreme Fleet Commander of Kuroga, she doesn't need to be active 24/7. No, that is a Lego tower bridge. The Bird of Prey is a model. And the Big Ben next to Tower Bridge is a Lego like compatible brick, but not actual Lego. Yeah. The space shuttle, Tower Bridge, everything between the space shuttle and Tower Bridge is visible, Mamo Pray.
It's too early to be messing with me. Oh yeah, I know. That's why I do love all those things you have showing up on the whatever. I keep wanting to call it an entertainment center, but whatever it is.
I call it an entertainment center. Hi, Sassy. Oh, reposition.
Repositioned, but she's now also looking.
Mhm.
She's like, I'm here and I'm looking at you.
Captain, I just put something in the private chat.
I just saw that. Of course.
Oh.
You can.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Of course. Well, see, Tim, this is Sassy's bed life. Right now she's on the bed and she's just chilling, so yeah. And that's where she sleeps when she.
Sassy's bed life. That's a completely different stream. Much quieter than mine.
Of course.
Oh, sometimes, says Mom. Well, it wouldn't be bed life if she was barking. Although she does bark from the bed
True.
on fair occasion.
That's only when, somebody's invading her territory and within her line of sight is in her territory.
Don't get into a staring match with a sleeping dog, Kronos. It
You'll
sounds
lose.
like old wisdom. Like old ancient wisdom. Like from a fortune cookie. Don't get into staring match with sleeping dog. Or old Russian. The old Russian proverb. Don't get into sleeping match.
And of course,
Staring
Tim
match
Chris.
with sleeping dog.
You're going to have to deal with that for a while.
That's fine. Of all the things I've ever said, that's hardly the worst. One of the more entertaining, in fact.
True. By the way, should I admit to something I did yesterday?
Sure.
Okay. Well, see, I wrote a Dear Bob just to see it read out because, well, you read them out better than you would like a message
comment. Yeah.
Yeah, comment. Yeah. So I read it. I wrote it. And, yeah.
Are you gonna tell me which one, or there's just a heads up that you wrote a Dear Bob?
Well, I think you could guess, but it's one you absolutely. It was one you absolutely hated. I can tell you that much. And
have something to do with Groundhog Day, Captain?
Nope. Oh hell no! No.
Okay, I just asking.
No, that's what gets me pissed off every time somebody brings up Groundhog Day again. It's like it was funny on Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's fine. Now it's gotten old.
Uh-oh.
And I can tell you that after you read it, there were people that teased you for saying it.
I've cut the camera because I don't think Sassy wants her butt on camera right now. She has changed positions, and the butt is all that's facing the camera. So I've shut off the camera.
Yeah, I don't think we need Sassy butt cam.
Poor girl.
Yes,
it's
Sassy is
almost
mobile.
like she's watching TV, like she's watching the cameras.
Yeah. Well, how else can she, monitor her domain?
Oh, you can't even see. Okay, the pillow's in the way. You can't even see her because the pillow's in the way. But I'll keep the camera off since there's nothing of value to see. Yes, Sassy. Well, she was mobile for about 2 feet, and she moved off the pillow. I guess she got tired of the pillow.
And Chrono says he was a grass in Australia as deadly.
Don't worry, Captain. I'm not going to do Ozzy O'Prey.
I
Even
don't
though it was a
care.
clear invitation.
They asked for it. Besides, I need to go to the bathroom anyhow.
Oi, well then, I will make sure you check which way the water goes down. Because down here in Australia, it all goes clockwise. So we assume it goes clockwise everywhere on Earth. Because the Coriolis effect, which was invented by a Australian, Arnold J. Coriolis effect, invented the Coriolis effect. He also invented the word effect. So he's twice the inventor of any other Australian. You know what they call Australia down here? They call it New Zealand's Canada, because we're south of New Zealand, like Canada is north of the United States. And New Zealand has states, you see. They don't show them on the maps. They're secret states. And they've got 50 of them too, and they've all got the same names as the United States, but they're much smaller. All their crazies are in Florida too. And Alaska is the biggest but least populated of the New Zealand states. The only thing different is that the states, instead of having county names, all the counties are Kiwi County. So you got Kiwi County, Florida, and then you got another Kiwi County, Florida, and then up in Georgia you got Kiwi County, Georgia. Instead of Peach County, you got Kiwi County. Instead of Fulton County, you got Kiwi County. Instead of, I don't know, Washington, D.C., you got Kiwi, D.C.
It might actually be better.
Oh, yeah. Much less crime in Kiwi, D.C. Only 1 million murders. Oh, you're eating the furry kiwis, Kronos? Those are the ones that have already started growing into dingoes. You know a kiwi is a dingo egg, don't you?
Oh my!
You're a monster if you're eating furry kiwis. It's like eating little puppies with no arms or legs or heads or brains or tails.
Oh Lord! Oh yes. Bruno says, "Not the dingo."
Boy. If you ever shave a dingo, it looks like a kiwi again. It's very hard to shave a dingo. They don't make it easy on you.
Have you ever tried?
Well, I recommend using an electric razor rather than a straight flat edge. Or then probably use it and turn it on you. We lose more dingo shavers that way.
Oh Lord! Are you sure Andrew wanted to come on for this?
I don't know.
Still waiting to see her popping back, but oh Lord! And good morning, Arvik Saunders. How are you this morning? Oh, what's going on, Crimson Mist? You know. So, are you going to be doing an open lines later today, Bird, or is it going to be something else?
I'm thinking of doing game open lines.
Cool.
Like I'll probably be playing Call of Duty Warzone, kicking ass. And you guys can talk while I do that or something.
Cool. Well, you have a good day at work, Crimson. It's always nice seeing you in chat.
But it won't be till this afternoon.
Well, yeah.
I did something last night and this morning that I hadn't done yet.
Okay.
And that was actually look up how to play Call of Duty Warzone. So I've got a few tips I had never known about that might help give me a little bit of a fair shot in the game. Granted, it was like 15 minutes worth of stuff, not nearly enough to make me a good player, but at least I know what some of the things I pick up actually do, and some of the things to avoid, and how to get around the map quicker. Of course, Carlos, the tip always counts. I just wow.
Kronos is too lazy to make coffee. Wow. Well, you could. Do they still have those coffee grounds that you could just stick one in like a tea bag into your coffee maker and just pour the water and be done with it? I remember Folgers had those years ago. And
Yosef says, avoid getting killed. That should be your strategy. That is my strategy.
okay, any
But
other strategy?
I didn't know that you're never sure where the end point of the map is going to be. I knew there were circles that close in, and I always assumed the center of the map, or the center of the circle, would be the safe spot at the end of the round. But it's not true. Each circle closes in from a different part of it. So the safe spot could be almost anywhere on the map. It's just somewhere inside the main circle.
Right.
Like if the first circle closes, the second circle doesn't close starting at the center of the first.
And no, JP's. Or no Jester of Sin. I'm sorry. I threw JP's into the bus for that one. And no, JP's. I don't mean freeze-dried coffee. I'm talking about Folgers coffee grounds. I remember they had those where it was just a double-sided filter that you tossed into the whatever, the filter thing, the basket, and then you pour the water as usual, make the coffee, and that was it. You didn't have to measure out anything. It was just toss it in and go.
Oh, the tree. Okay. I'll show you guys the tree. It has not been a great weekend for the tree, or weekend and week. There's been a lot of rain, some wind, And yeah, I gotta change the camera setting back. There we go. There it is. The as Cinnabon calls it, the white tree of oppression. As you can see, it's lost most of its leaves, its petals. This is all petals, in the driveway, full of petals. It's only reason there's less petals in the middle is because the Sissopre's car was there until she pulled away yesterday morning. But the tree is past peak bloomage. It's not too bad. If today became a sunny day, it would probably clear up for a bit, but yeah, most of the petals are gone. And it would appear that the frost had unfortunately killed off all the tulips that were growing around the tree. So it seems very, very unlikely they will bloom this year.
Ah,
But there it is.
and
And yes, it is garbage day, Kronos. Although I believe they've already come. Yeah, they've already taken the garbage. So.
hello, TWTG content. How are you? And yes, I've already had
Star
coffee.
Trek nitpickers.
Yes, good morning, Star Trek nitpickers. How is everyone this morning? Oh,
Too bad
Lord.
there's no toucans in this tree.
That's true.
Tulips. Yes, random minutes. Tulips.
And good night, JPs. Sleep well.
Kapla, JBs.
Well, the tree still looks nice. And it's not
Yeah,
like it's
it's
ugly.
not bad. It's not bad, but considering how nice it looked before the rain, it's it's still not bad. And in a week or two, not even maybe, it'll be full of thick green leaves, which then really cuts down on my ability to see past the tree. And then comes a time of year that I'm like, maybe we should just cut this tree down so I have a more unobstructed view. Well, we got people passing with dogs. What do we got there? 2 dogs. That's I believe. No, I don't think that's Mia and Nova. Look. Mamo Prey spent most of the morning taking pictures and leaving a bad review for a $5 Amazon product. But it deserved a bad review. So I'm proud of her.
Good.
But
what was it?
It was a set of things that you put on like tubes. So like toothpaste and stuff. So as you push it up, it gets all the toothpaste.
Yeah.
But the set she ordered had 3 different sizes, and the biggest one claimed to be 4 inches, but it was actually only 3 inches.
That's 2 different. The set
Oh, okay.
sizes.
I'm sorry.
This one said 4.2 inches.
Oh, okay. So you ordered a single one that said 4.2 inches, and it is in fact how wide?
3 inches.
3 inches wide. So it does not nearly big enough for the tube that she wanted to use it on.
3.5 inches.
No.
Yeah. So it defeated the purpose, and it basically they lied.
Yeah.
So,
First one was my fault. They didn't have sizes I could.
uh,
I didn't write anything on that. But this
you could certainly write the sizes for anyone else who might be looking for them.
This is
Yeah.
true.
I'm not that.
No, she's not that helpful.
Well, I wouldn't say that. She usually is, but yeah, this is for Amazon, so screw it.
I don't have the strength in my hands anymore to like really squeeze out.
Okay. Every inch counts, says the Random Menace. Well, I'll tell you, in this case, it does, because if you don't have it, it defeats the purpose, and all the cream goes around it on the outside. Aw, Sassy, too bad that camera. I can't get the Sassy cam working fast.
I wouldn't
No,
worry about it.
it's the camera's fine, but she just jumped off the bed, so there was no way I could turn it back in time. We had like 20 good seconds of Sassy.
And yes, Darius, Coca-Cola has an actual drink with coffee flavor. They're probably trying to win back all the people because of their idiotic stance. In other words, Coca-Cola, fuck you. And let's see here. Crimson Mist says it's. Oh, screw it. I'll just bring it up. It's a relatively new product, and some people will top their caffeinated soda with coffee, or so they marketing people from 7-Eleven say. Well,
Don't listen to marketing people from 7-Eleven.
no.
They think people like to eat hot dogs and chicken. And honestly, if I go to my freaking Uber Eats, there is a menu from 7-Eleven that looks like it's the size of a small restaurant. Like 7-Eleven pizza, 7-Eleven chicken tenders, 7-Eleven hot dogs, 7-Eleven taco, 7-Eleven, all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I can't imagine if I didn't know what a 7-Eleven was. If I had never been to a 7-Eleven before in my life before I became wheelchair bound. And I was like looking at this menu on Grubhub. I was like, yeah, this is or whatever, Uber Eats. Like this is actually looks halfway appetizing. I might have been, considered ordering food or lunch from a 7-Eleven once. But then no, I was like, no, you idiot. You've been to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven hasn't changed. You don't want to order your lunch from 7-Eleven. Good God, no. Not when there are actual restaurants competing for your business.
No, I haven't been to a Quick Trip in a while, but I remember they used to have a good chicken sandwich.
I don't remember 7-Eleven having good anything. I mean, they had some acceptable stuff. in the when nothing else was available. But
Yeah.
I mean, even McDonald's had higher quality stuff than 7-Eleven. And Sassy is back.
Oh.
Chrono says, I miss the Quickie Mart.
And of course, Darius says, "Get trick. I forgot about Coke telling us to be less white." Yeah. Yep. Coca-Cola can go fuck itself for all I care.
Be less white. Drink Coca-Cola. Technically, makes you less white.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. Telling people to be less white is not considered racist. But if you were to tell black people to be less black, that would be considered racist. How is either one of them not racist?
Sassy. Be less sassy.
Exactly. Be less dog. And Professor Brady Speck says, "I'm not white, I'm pinkish orangey." And Cronus says, "I'm pinkish with red spots."
I'm all the colors of the rainbow and then some.
I would say Sassy looks quite comfy. Uh, and Professor Brady Speck says the red spots are concerning. Lord. And Star Trek nitpickers. I'm green. It ain't easy being green. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I could ask Resolute Germ because his icon's always green. Of course, oh, why can't I think of it? Yinza updated it to something a little more creative.
I'll be right back, Captain.
Yeah, go for it, Bird. Let us watch the tree or whatever it's on now. Sassy, excuse me. And Alexander's, I have green blood for some reason. Well, you're either Vulcan or Romulan or whatever the hell they're calling him now. Curtis says, "Wait, are you an Orion slave girl?" Star Trek nitpickers. Oh, that's true. I don't know what color their blood is though. And Kronos says it sounds like a condition. So let's see here. Okay. Yes, you are Orion. It's that much is obvious. It's hard to tell uh, with the little icon because you have to actually open up another window. Unfortunately, you can't just increase the size of the icon by clicking on it. It just goes to the same size. It's like, yeah, no, thank you. And anyone who isn't subscribed to Star Trek Nitpickers, which if you're not, I don't know why, but let me go ahead and get this. And go to that one. And paste. And let's see here, Star Trek Nitpickers. Me and Kermit the Frog and Slimer from the Real Ghostbusters hang out a lot. Oh, I'm not surprised. And Carlos, if you open a new tab with the link I just sent, you'll be able to see it much easier. You won't need your glasses. And why is Groot crying? Oh, yes. Go ahead and when you do subscribe, go ahead and click that bell for bell notifications. And good morning, Orville Nation. How are you, PJ? Right now, we're watching Bird of Prey 5's tree. Bird is busy. Not sure what he's doing. Probably Geloja. Or could be eating or reading a number of things, or just talking to Mama Prey. And how are you today, PJ? Uh, let's see here now. And actually, you missed the full plumage of the tree. If you'll look at the ground area, that's where most of the blooms were or are that were on the tree. Uh, but it still looks nice. It's still a pretty tree. And let's see here. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Uh, Having a rough morning. I'm going to have another doctor's appointment. Yay! Later today. Uh, and Darius says, "Good morning to Oral Nation. Sorry I had to miss the show yesterday. Well, actually, I fortunately I got to see it. Um, Usually I end up falling asleep during it going on because that's about the time I start winding down. Fortunately, I was there for the whole thing. And you can always catch it on the replay. And if for some reason anyone is not a subscribe to Orville Nation, PJ, if you would be so kind as to put in the link, please subscribe to Orville Nation. Don't know why you wouldn't be. He's got some of the best content on YouTube. And I will say this much. The only superior thing to Orville Nation's content is Bird of Prey 5. Nothing against you, PJ, but, you know, there's no competing with Bird.
Wow. You don't have to say things like that.
What?
It does not. I appreciate the sentiment. I know you mean it in the nicest possible way, but I feel like that's being rude to everyone else on YouTube.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. There are people that are on YouTube that are, I'm going to say this, fake as fuck. You watch their show, it's all bullshit. Or, whatever. You've got some great content out there as well. Orville Nation, I'm trying to say Latino Slant. There are a few others that have some great content. However, that being said, I honestly do think that you have better content. There's more variety.
I thank you. I really do. I'm happy you're happy with the stuff I do. I'm just saying I personally don't feel like I'm superior to most other channels. I just think that there are people who click with different people in different ways.
True.
And I appreciate the compliments. And I just didn't want to turn this into a me versus somebody else, because it's not a battle.
No.
I'm not going into this like I got to be better than so and so, or X and
Well,
Y.
see, that's why it is good, because you're not trying to compete. You're not going, oh, hey, I got to be better than so and so. No, you're you. That's what makes it good to watch.
I'm sorry, Orville Nation. I love it. Bird has to go down. That's the truth. See, this is all good fun. This is what I like. And the Random Menace says, you don't argue with facts. Anyway, yes, I was in the middle of eating breakfast. I'm just going to finish breakfast. I'll be back in another 2 minutes. Thank you,
Hey,
though.
you're welcome.
Honestly. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, PJ. You guys know I love PJ's channel, too.
Oh, absolutely. I love his
I'm
channel.
there when I can be.
And I do hope that Bird enjoys his breakfast. I wasn't meaning to interrupt him, but, sorry. I will absolutely support most any channel that's out there. They have content, go for it. Watch them. If it's good, support them. If you love it, definitely support them. But yes, I'm biased. I do have favorites. I think everyone does. I love TWTG's content. I go on there all the time. And I love watching what he has. Oh, is it my uh oh yes. Oh yes, I agree. I agree, Sven. And yes, TWTG. What he was saying was about people not seeing how good their stuff is because they are too close to it. Yeah, I agree.
Son of a bitch, I misread Orville Nation's chat. So Orville Nation said Bird has got it down. That's the truth, not Bird is going down, which would have been far funnier.
That would have been far
Apologies.
funnier, but yes. And yes, Random Menace. Bird misreads chats either by purpose or by blindness. That's right. And Cronus says he's a nitwit, which is not true. And so, by the way, what's been going on, PJ? Anything going on later today? It's Tuesday, so I know you usually have something going on. But having had only 2 cups of coffee so far, my brain is still not fully functional. I'm not going to open a different window just to see what's coming up. And yes. So let me ask Kronos, what concepts don't you get? Yes, I know that means having to wait for your answer, unless, of course, you were to come onto the panel and speak. And in fact, I would even go so far as to put you on full screen. If you came on, you'd be the center of attention.
Only if he wants to be, though. Right?
Well, yeah. Oh, yes, the prompt maker tonight. I'm not even going to, Anna, whatever, because I'm not going to slaughter her name. No, thank you. The concept of being awake is a trouble for me.
I was up quite late last night. Hell, I made it mostly through Matthew's pub before I went to sleep. And then I got up early because my CPAP machine was having an issue.
Oh, yes.
So I'm only working on 5.5 hours sleep, which is 2
Unusual.
hours less than normal. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was on LDG's backstage, heard the start of the pub. I ended up leaving the leaving that, setting up my stream for the morning, and then going to bed. So I don't even know what was talked about last night.
Honestly, the most interesting part of the night for me was Darren talked about a YouTube video, which I can't even say the title to because it contains an ethnic slur against Asians, but it's a parody of the Dukes of Hazzard. And I am sorry, it is hysterical. It's not. Yes, it's making fun of Asians, but it's making fun of Asians in a way that's making fun of racism. Like Dave Chappelle made fun of racism. I don't think for a second like Dave Chappelle's skits were racist. They
Right.
were making fun of racism. And in this same way, I don't know who made this. I went down a rabbit hole this morning trying to find out the creator and how old it was, because it feels like something made in the 90s. But it also is something that happened post SARS. So because SARS is mentioned, so
Mm-hmm.
it couldn't have been that old. But it is a hysterical parody of the Dukes of Hazzard with two Asian brothers. And it's only like a 5.5 minute long clip, but it like goes through every character. I laughed my ass off. I don't feel bad about doing so. I could understand why some, it's obviously the jokes it plays with is with Asian culture, and
Mm-hmm.
but it also is stupid white people who, the trope that white people can't tell, one Asian from another. Are they Korean or Chinese or Japanese? It's got
Well, there are
it
people
goes
that
through all
stupid.
races. Yeah, I'm saying, well, that's a legit thing. But I mean, the way that they do it is that they're just so freaking stupid about, like, they don't even pretend to know the difference or care that there's a difference. But I found it so refreshing. I have not laughed like that since like the 90s or the noughts, the 00s, whatever the hell
Mm-hmm.
that decade is called, because they could never survive today in the political climate of today. It would never be made. It would never live. How this video has remained on YouTube for, I don't know if this is like 12 months or 4. It's been months. Been on YouTube for many months.
Right.
And in trying to find the original video, the best I could find was that it came out on Daily Motion 6 years ago, but even that doesn't look like the original upload. It looks like somebody just re-uploaded it. So I have no idea how old it is. I'm guessing between 6 and 12 years old. Nothing, no specific date is given. Like I said, the only thing is that it was after the first SARS pandemic or whatever epidemic.
Yeah. No, I knew and I'm going to say it, I don't care. I knew an absolute bigot who happened to come from London. And she moved to Japan and was complaining about, and this is a quote, mind you, I am not saying this. This is my opinion. This was her opinion. All the fucking slant eyes over there. And it's like, I wanted to slap the fuck out of her.
Oh, I really like New York, except for all these fucking New Yorkers.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to get all these New Yorkers out of the city, and you have something. Oh, I'm walking here.
So I mean, complaining about the stupidest stuff, and it's like, fine, go back home. Oh, by the way, where she was living was being overwrought by crime, but hey, why not? You live in a nice place. Doesn't that the crime rate is like a tenth of where you live? But yeah, go ahead, bitch about it. She moved back. Don't know what the hell happened to her. Don't care. Uh, and that does bring up a different subject. I'm, like I said, I was saying in my videos for the since the beginning of the week, we're focusing on the positive, and that's why this person is no longer involved in my life, because they are, well, racist, and we're very, very racist, and a negative influence. So we're moving on. Let's see here. Hopefully, anyone who's able will be watching Orville Nation tonight. Um, and or whatever time of day it is where you are, because whatever. It's night for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, probably in the morning for Chris or whatever. Uh, let's see here. Get to the and yes, bird is okay. Yes. It's bedtime for me. Yeah. Well, it's probably actually past your bedtime, Chris. But thank you for coming on. It would be about let's see if I remember correctly, about 11:30 at night. I don't know. Could be off, but oh, for all I know, it's 11:30 in the morning. Don't know. Uh, Chris, you sleep well. That's all I'll say. Uh, and yes, Kronos. Yes, I too laugh at people who wear. Okay, whatever. 9:30. Sorry. Like I said, it gets too fucking confusing. It's 9:30 in the morning on whatever day it is. That would be Wednesday for Chris. Whatever. Time zones. Fuck them. I get confused enough from going from here to London, or even Slovakia. But beyond that, it's like, really? And yes, Chronos 9:30. You got that correct. By the way, I'll gladly send you the link, Chronos, if you want to come on up. You know you're always welcome. In fact, I could probably guarantee that people who don't normally come on my channel would come on instantly if you came on. I can honestly say that. And yes, wait, some people live on the other side of the world. Yes, they do, Chronos. Yes, they do. Believe it or not. So if you want to see my channel explode suddenly in the number of people who subscribe, go ahead, Kronos. Come on to the panel. I'll even send you the link. And let's see here. In fact, just so I can say that I already did, and that I actually sent you an invite. Okay. Here we go. You can check your Discord now, Kronos. I sent it to you. I know you'll say no, but hey, you are more than welcome to come on, Kronos. I sent you the link privately. And hello, Sven. I hope you're holding up. I was on LDG's backstage last night, and his mom passed, and so obviously he's going to be busy with stuff. So
Wait, who's mom?
Sven.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And so that is so he's going to be busy for a while. He may not be on as much, but yeah, I just want to let you know I'm sorry to hear about her passing. I wasn't able to come on uh, to talk. But I did hear you say it, so um, I'd already had my mask on and I'd already was already starting to nod off, but I heard him talking about it. So. But getting back to more fun stuff, did you check your messages, Kronos? I did send it to you via Discord, by the way. Uh yeah. Yeah, Sven says, yeah, I'm just hanging out until I go to make arrangements. I, I appreciate it. Sven, if there's anything you need, let us know, please. I know you knew it was going to happen, so it wasn't exactly a shock, but dealing with while still grieving, you're now dealing with more loss. Yeah, let us know if you need something, please. Uh, and Curtis says not yet, which means you are not on Discord at this moment. So, but I did send it. And you're welcome. And TW says, yeah, dude, even if you just need to vent, absolutely. And I got a message on Discord. And let's see here. Let me reply to that. Let me see here. I haven't checked Discord. Haven't checked Twitter. Check the phone. Here. Well, I love all these potential spam messages. Call details, delete. Call details, delete. Message. No. Go back. Can I open it? Oh, there it is. Huh? Okay, you've got me confused. You honestly have me confused, Andrea. Uh, uh, Maybe you could explain, because I'm sending you a message in Discord because I have no idea what you're talking about as far as the text I read. So I have no idea. I'm lost. And let's see here. Good morning, live at the Love Shack. Of course, I get all these freaking notifications all at once. No. Of course, I get. That's why I hate cell phones. And yes, anyone who has time, keep sending your thoughts and prayers, as he has lost his mother last night. And catch you later, TW or Chris. Sorry. And yes, that is the real life Karoga. Well, yeah. See, there really is a bigger lawn. They're just not showing it all. It's part of the illusion. It has to be made to look smaller on TV so that people don't get too jealous. I mean, it is in New York, but after all, you can't make it look too big because New Yorkers get jealous. Otherwise, they'll think that he actually lives in New Jersey or something. And of course, Burger Prey 5 is muted, so I could say anything I wanted. Like, Bird is the most awesome YouTuber on YouTube. Despite not having the numbers that he should, he is the most awesome YouTuber around. And in fact, should probably have even more than, even though I like Doomcock, I'll say he should probably have more numbers than Doomcock. But hey, if he could sing, well, better. He might. And let's see here. Live at the Love Shack. Once again, TV lied to me about New York. Yes. Yes, you're right. You're correct, Dave. And by the way, how are you doing this morning, Dave? Let's see here. Go ahead and check what's coming up. Uh, I find it funny. I'm looking at some of the stuff that was uploaded, and it's like, the world is going stupid. And it has nothing to do with what was uploaded. It's the fact that the video even had to be made. And let's see here. Coming up in, let me look. Just one moment. Loading the page now. I usually. All right. In 2 days, I'm putting the reminder on. I will put the link in the chat so that anyone else can go on and set the reminder for the Latino Slant Midnight's Edge in Espanol. And also anyone who's currently there and looking at the link can also subscribe to Latino Slant. That is, if you're not already.
I'm back. Sorry about that, Captain.
Not a problem. Let's see now. And yes, it would mean opening up another browser window, Bird, but you should probably go ahead and set that reminder as well.
What reminder is that? I literally just got back.
Okay, I put a link in the chat. It's for Polly's going to be having a Latino Slant Midnight's Edge in Espanol.
You understand that's a stream in Spanish?
Yeah.
Well, I don't speak Spanish.
It'd still be fun to listen to.
No, it will not be fun to listen to because I don't speak the language. I'm going to give it a like because I support Latino Slant and Midnight's Edge, but I'm not going to waste 2 hours listening to a language I don't speak. I'm sorry, but that's not my definition of fun.
Well, see, what you could do is you could then send out the link. You could go on when it's live, send out the link, and then listen for the 2 minutes, then go off and do something else. That way you've given it its view, and you let people know about it.
April 15th at 12:05 p.m. Yeah, I should be around. I will probably get the mess. I'll put the reminder so I get the message, and I will come to it, and we'll go from there. I didn't see the first episode. I didn't even know there was a first episode. I heard them talking about doing one, but let's see if I can't find the first episode. Well, I see Latino slant in Espanol, but not Midnight's Edge, but we'll see. Oh, okay. There is some English. Okay, maybe I've misunderstood because I'm skipping around and it seems to be English. Okay, I guess I would see. It's a good thing I looked at them because it
Yes.
appears the parts in Spanish are few and far between. It is
Ah,
mostly, at least the first episode, is vast majority of it is in English. So yeah, that is something I could follow. I just assumed it was all in Spanish, which is perfectly fine and good. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I just didn't have any, compelling need to listen to something in language I didn't understand. Okay, thank you. So we're all set. I've got my reminder set, and assuming no problems, the 15th, I should be there. Okay. Latino Opre will be taking a weird accent.
let's see here now. Yes. Bird. So what's going on?
With me,
Yeah.
besides making a fool of myself?
How are you making a fool of yourself?
Well, apparently I assumed a stream was in Spanish. That isn't, but
Oh, that's
other than
no.
that, no.
I can understand why you would.
Okay. Nothing much here. A little later, I think I will watch that movie, Boss Level. During the time I'm not usually online when Mom O'Prey and I are busy and have to do stuff we need to do for the day. I don't know if I'll be able to get in a nap. Honestly, I'm not sure I want to get in a nap, since I usually feel worse after waking up from a nap. And then we'll stream this afternoon at some point. And I figure it'll be an early tonight kind of night for me. Early to bed kind of night for me. Mountains of Elysium says, Hail, O glorious God, Emperor of Koroga. Bird will pray, Kapla Mountains. And live at the Love Shack said you never listen to Bird will Pray 5 until you listen in Crash Landing. I get. What are you up to, Captain?
Oh, I'll have to tell you later.
Did I hear you at another doctor's appointment today?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it's a good thing because I need to see the wound care doctor. So that's not it's not like it's a bad thing.
Ah,
And good morning, Mountains of Elysium. How are you? And howdy, Vile Mike. What's up? Not Ryan Johnson. Bird will show up on the stream, but Latino Pray 5 will be talking in a weird accent. Ah, what's going on, Mountains? Hmm. Ah, Mountains. Let's see. Reliant was a Latino. What? Okay. Miranda class. Okay. Not sure what that has to do with. Okay. Mountains is spending the day with his wife. So she's out of the room, dropping by to say hi and give a like to the stream. Thank you. That is very kind of you. I hope you enjoy your day with your wife. That is definitely a good thing. Um, hmm. All right, we got more screaming again. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and put the link out there, see if anybody wants to join, because I may have to mute for a second. And obviously, Bert is not able to talk, so that's fine.
Sorry, Captain. I got busy again.
No
I'm
problem.
back. But yeah, no, it'd be great if anyone else wanted to come on up. We don't have to just look at the tree. We can look at anything. Vile Mike says the Avenger class was a different type of ship, as Alpha/Beta canon had not had the split it does now until after the original CBS Viacom split. What's the Avenger class? I guess I better Google it. Oh, Carlo Capla Carlo. Because actually it was the Avenger class in production notes. It was changed in TNG. Production notes. Production notes don't mean anything.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you would come on. I know you do have to leave soon. That's good. And Mike says he was going to come up, but the phone signal is not great. Yeah, that does happen, unfortunately. Ow.
So,
Yes.
There's another show I
Yes.
want to suggest
Okay.
to people, and it is also on Hulu. So if anyone who can check out this movie, it's called Manhattan. Now, it has nothing to do with the island of Manhattan. And it also has nothing to do with the apparently Woody Allen movie of the same name. But it only aired 2 seasons, and it aired back in 2014 on some no-name channel, IGN or something I'd never heard of before. But it was 2 great seasons. They wrapped it up in 2 seasons. And it was about the making of the atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project. That's where it gets its name.
Right.
And it's a period piece set in Los Alamos, in the secrets camp set up by the government with the scientists and their families living there, building the nuclear bomb. And like I said, it's 2 seasons. It's relatively short seasons. I mean, they're not, I don't know if it's 10 episodes or 12 episodes each, but it's not a lot. And it's really good. 2 seasons long, and it was fun to watch. And like I said, it was 2014, so it was before things went super woke and crazy. I liked it a lot, and I don't recall it ever really getting any publicity or anything. So I just wanted to put it out there that I'd forgotten about this series, but I thought about it yesterday. I was like, where is this series so I could recommend it to people? And I found it on Hulu. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put this out there. Because I think it's not 100% factual. There's some drama to it, but it's factual enough, I think, that, you might learn a bit. But it's entertainment. It's not documentary. Just wanted to put it out there for anybody interested. Unless I'm the only one interested in, history of the nuclear bomb and whatnot.
Honestly, no. I think there'd be a lot of people interested in it. Quite honestly. And but Mike says, I might watch that, Bert. I have Hulu.
Definitely.
And Mike says, if you'd like me to review English would be nice. If you want me start over. If you want to review it, I'd be down. Of course, Finn asks, does it have any nudity?
There's no real nudity. It was on broadcast. Not broadcast. It was on cable television. I don't think there was nudity. There was probably a couple of scenes, but nothing I would need to censor on YouTube. Not like an 80s comedy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
WGN. Yeah, I think that's it now that you mention it. Crimson Mist. Vile would review it. I'd review it if you'd be down. Is it the door? Yeah.
There's two Asian guys.
Oh.
They said that you're promoting Asian aid. But
Yes. Oh, because it's the nuclear bomb for Japan. Jeez.
about strike one.
If that's strike one, that's a good thing I didn't find out about the other thing I promoted today, the Dukes of Hazzard parody.
Yeah.
Because that'd be strikes 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Well, I won't answer it next time they come.
What is that? What is that driving down the sidewalk? Oh, it's a person pushing a cart. I thought it was a slow moving, like Captain Pike wheelchair or something. Okay, it's a person pushing a cart full of bags of recyclables. Yeah. Vile said also bird. Oh, he said also. So did he say something else first? Okay, no. I meant to ask, would you like to join Caddy and I for a TOS review of Errand of Mercy, the first appearance of the Klingons? It would be in a month or two. Sure, I'd love to. Live at the Love Shack is Run, Bird, Run. The feds are at the door.
Yeah. And yes, have as good a day as you can, Finn. I hope things go well.
Yes, man. My condolences. I don't know that I'm the biggest Klingon fan, Lyle. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I do like a good Klingon, but I mean, and I do have 2 batlets somewhere. Hey, Jedi Bill.
Hey, Jedi Bill, what's going on?
Have you seen my show, my new one?
No, I didn't know
No.
you had a new one.
I think I better double check I'm subscribed. Because now I think about it, I haven't seen any releases in Jedi Bill in a while. And hell, yesterday I was unsubscribed from Life with Matthew.
Let's see here. I'll check Jedi Bill, see if I'm subscribed, because I've been unsubscribed from him. I don't know how many times, 3 or 4. That wasn't me doing it.
No, I'm still subscribed and I have the bell icon.
I'm still
clicked.
subscribed. And
What? Insomniac Soup, Cancel Soup? Oh, Cancel Culture?
yeah,
I mean, no, I didn't watch your 2-hour and 40-minute Insomniac Soup, if that's the question. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a nice Superman shirt you got. Oh my God, the audio. Hopefully somebody, okay, yeah. There you go. We got the audio fixed. Okay. Why couldn't you say the Insomniac Soup?
I don't know.
Lyles is no giving one of those batlets to Caddy. She would probably pull a Mariner and slice my leg open like Boimler. You know, that might be worth watching. I have to. What's the shipping cost of a batlet to San Diego? Let's see. Do you want to? I'll send the dollar one, so it's more painful. I mean, safer. And Carlos has praised the soup, Jedi Bill, and enjoy a good brew, Captain Trick. Aren't
Thank
you
you
missing
again.
something there?
Huh?
Isn't he missing something there?
Yeah.
And as always, hail Karoga.
Yeah, that would be the one that's missing. You're correct.
What the hell's with that?
Carlo? Ah! Carlo!
I'm going to make a cup of Earl Grey and hope it warms me up, and then take some tablets and hope I feel better.
I hope you feel
Well,
better too, but come on. You got to say the last part. And good morning, just to the red shirt.
and Viles is funny enough. I do have one of those Gil Hibben knives that have been used by the Jaffa in Stargate and the Romulans in Star Trek. So you're going to fight your own daughter? with your own knife? I'd still bet on Caddy. She's got youth. And I think she probably just has the desire to kill more. She just wants it more. Carlos's Bed Life. It's a stream by Berto Prey. Bye. Wait, the same knives were used by Shazan and Nemesis? Shinzan. And Buffy? People can't even make custom knives anymore? Hell, there's a whole History Channel TV show about making stupid custom knives. It's the most boring thing on the History Channel. There it is. And as always, hail Kuroga. Thank you, Carla.
Much better.
Yeah, you did miss it. It's okay. Obviously, you're not feeling well. You said you need to take some tablets, so feel better. Catman, aka DD Meyer, says, I'll try to check out the movie tonight. Thanks, Berto Prey, for the heads up. By the way, Berto Prey, Kapla, Brother Warrior. Kapla, if you mean Manhattan, it's a series, not a movie. It's a 2-season series, TV series. Hour-long episodes. Well, actually, they were broadcast, so 45-minute long episodes without commercials. Carlo Albanese says, knock, 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 Penny. Knock, 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 Penny. DD says, bird's the word. I'll be honest. Before I, embraced YouTube and Birdo Prey 5, people started calling me Bird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was always Birdo Prey 5 on the internet, but on forums, so it wasn't audio, it was just text. Before people physically started calling me Bird, I used to hate the song. I used to hate the Bird is the word song. In fact, one of my friends knew it would upset me, and he would just stand on a chair and start singing it at times, just to annoy me. Of course, now it's different.
I hear some. Here we go.
Hey.
Sorry. Hey, what's going on?
Jedi Bill and Cat.
Not much. Hey, look what I got. A new collectible.
Cool.
A real Klingon bird of prey, not some Star Trek Discovery
Eagle Moss
knockoff.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sweet.
Enterprise is on its way, though, too. Just wanted to show you that. I kind of did an unboxing on the soup last night.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got a new camera.
Oh, sweet.
That's why I'm
there was nothing wrong with your old camera, I don't think. But
it's a very standard laptop. This one goes 1080i for when I upgrade at a later time.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, StreamYard just tops out at 720, but
yeah, it's still sharper than the laptop cam.
Oh, I'm sure.
Built in. Yeah.
I guess I just never. I'm one of the last people to notice sharpness and details like that. Hell, I barely even realized how dark my camera got until it was like literally somebody said, "Did your lights go out?"
That's interesting. Yes, somebody was rolling around on a big bike. I noticed that a while ago.
Oh yeah, they went by real slow.
Yeah.
Vile's telling me this Hibin. Hibin is considered what? Klingon Amwar? Oh, they've got the sort of K-left, the bat left, the mech left. A different bat left. Dora Sisters Night. Oh, they call it Klingon Sisters. I much prefer the original 3-hole bat left to that original K-less looking bat left.
Agreed.
Oh man, these do look pretty sharp though. Oh yeah. Oh, you're grinding these down to sharp tips. Oof. Oh yeah. Hmm. Problem with that other batleth is that it's so much different than a real batleth.
Yeah.
And that's not even what it looked like in Deep Space Nine. Don't get me wrong, it would look nice behind me on a stand or something, but not for another 18 years.
I just started.
Not until nephew will break and pick one up himself.
Yeah.
Be more worried about
Oh yeah, we don't want one around my sister.
No.
She could
Absolutely
get
not.
angry.
Yeah.
Like, instead of throwing a donut, she's gonna throw a batleth at me. Oh, they know how to sell a batleth with a lady kissing a Klingon. No, Violet, never heard of this place. I'd ordered mine from some random place in Georgia.
What kind of? Wonder what kind of place it is.
The Forge. Later, Vile. Mountain
Vile,
sore
Mike.
squirrel. Squirrel?
Looks like a nice, beautiful day there, bird.
It is a nice day. It's starting out to be a nice day. It's been a few days of rain, so it's good to see the sun today.
Yeah, Rambling Canuck was talking about it getting snow this week.
That's what
Well,
happens when you
snow
live in
today.
Canada. It serves them Canadians right. Being all up there in the north. Clubbing those seals.
I don't think that happens where he's at. I think that happens somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Eating that poutine.
Well, you have a good day, Vile Mike. Hope it's a good one. And Robert Green asks, is that your yard or they're watching a cam somewhere in the world? Well, actually, it is a cam somewhere in the world. It just happens to be in the world of Kuroga.
Captain, you here?
I'm here. What's up?
Is it possible you could put the screen to the way so we can see if there's anyone else in the stream, or is it just me and you, or
I'm still here.
it doesn't need to be? Okay, yeah. So either
Still here.
that or the one where like the tree is big but there's
Hold
still
on.
2 people on the side.
I'm handling it. Or trying to.
Yeah. I just think that's a lot better so people know who's here.
Of course.
And Robert Green says Kuroga doesn't look as bad as Anti-Tracker says it does. Yeah, trust me. Anti-Tracker is all about propaganda, turtist propaganda. It is thy front yard, yes. No, you're looking at beautiful enclave of Kuroga here in Bayside, New York. And this is the tree of the Kurogan Tree of Wisdom, aka sometimes mistakenly referred to as the White Tree of Oppression. The truth is, it hasn't been referred to as the White Tree of Oppression for over 6 months. Hello, Professor Brainy Specs. Hail, Kuroga.
What's going on, Professor?
It's not brainwashing, Professor. It's enlightenment. You've been enlightened, not brainwashed. Our
I would
machines
agree.
just help with the enlightenment. Yeah, those are all normal second shot reactions, Professor. Hang in there. It'll be over in a day or two. Then you'll be in a much better spot.
And I do hope you get to feeling better soon. It should take a day or two, but yeah, just take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Okay. So let's see here. What time are you going to be streaming, Bird?
Probably around 4 o'clock.
Sounds good. What's going on, Bill?
Nothing much.
How did your stream go before?
Really good.
Good. That's good to hear. Oh, let's see here. Okay. So what's going on, D.D. Myers? Oh, I've gotten another message. I get days I get a ton, and days I get none. It'd be nice if I got a day with a few here and there, but oh well. Not going to complain. Robert Green says, I've been across 4 states through this whole COVID-19 crap. Never met anyone or seen anyone with COVID. Well, I've known people with COVID, so that's not. But yeah, it's. Trust me, it's a bitch. But yeah. But I too know people who've never known anyone to have it. So, yeah. Or know anyone personally. And Professor Bernie Smix, I've had a few coworkers with it. Yeah. That's the thing. You either know people with it or of people with it. But yeah, I've known a few people with it too. So I was just
I
fortunate I
gotta
didn't
shut the
get any sick.
camera, guys.
Okay. Everything okay, Bird?
Yeah, Mama Pray's going out to move the garbage can.
Ah,
So she
okay.
doesn't want to be. Just be a couple minutes.
Oh, no problem. And Dee Meyer says, not much, leaving a couple hours to take the wife to the doctor's appointment and chilling out in the meantime. Well, that sounds cool. I've got to be going to the doctor's in a couple hours myself. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Oh, Lord. So, and then Professor Brady Specs. Of course, I know a few people in our community who'd gotten it. I guess it's a mother and sister, as well as why can't I think of his name now? Uh, I think you know who I mean, Bird.
I'm sorry, Captain. What were you saying?
Positive Candor. Positive Candor is also one who had it. COVID-19.
What about Positive Candor?
He had COVID-19 before.
Oh, yes. Yes, he did. Right. Early on. Quite a few. Didn't Matthew, Life with Matthew, have it also?
I don't know.
I think he said he did. I thought he said him and his family had it. Okay, camera's going to go back on. Oh, some tulips are starting again? No, Mama Price says 7 tulip buds at the moment.
Cool.
Piano Dean, another person who had it, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a few, I believe. Luckily, most people, didn't have it too bad.
That's true.
Not Mr. CCDV, but his family had it.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who had it, Mom Frey mentioned they finally had an FDA approval for an at-home antibody test, but I don't know who's selling it.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Dave G, I don't think a quote from Willy Wonka's in the Chocolate Factory is really what I can't think of her name now. Was wanting. Oh crap! What was that? Violet. Violet. That's it. I don't think Violet was wanting COVID-19. And of course, Dee Dee Myers says, Dave G, be careful what you wish for. It was a Queen song, Cap. Well, yeah, I know it may have been a Queen song, but it's also used in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Crimson Mist. Yeah. So yeah, deaths do still happen from it. It's not unheard of. But and just another red shirt Going back to Willy Wonka. I don't care how, I want it now. Yes, it was Violet. And Robert Green says, wow, you actually have cars and trucks in Kuroga. And he lied so much on y'all, bird.
Yeah, we've got cars, we got trucks, we got bicycles, we got occasionally aeroplanes fly over. Have you ever been in an aeroplane?
I've been in an airplane, but
Well, aeroplanes are like airplanes, just older
no,
sounding.
no. I've never been in the single engine props or anything like that. No. Yeah, let's see here. I gotta go back to StreamYard. And there's another red shirt. Violet, you're turning violet after showing the gun. Yep. Well, it was, what was it? Blueberry pie, I believe. And yes, Darius, he said aeroplane. Now I can get back to the tree and go to that one. And all right. Looks like I'm going to be getting ready for my doctor's appointment early. Yay. I don't know about you, but I don't like doctor's appointments.
They're not my favorite, no.
Professor, keep an eye on that temperature. If you keep having issues, call your doctor. Uh, they'll tell you things to do as far as lowering your temperature. Obviously, keep drinking fluids. Hopefully, you have some there to take. Of course, fever is not always, as long as it's under control, is not a bad thing, believe it or not. If it gets too high, then yes, it's dangerous. If it goes too long, it's dangerous. But just having a fever is not always bad. Just keep things under control. Keep your doctor informed on what's going on, and yeah, get some rest for sure. If you haven't already, call in and take the day off. Yeah, that's right, Catman, aka DD Myers. Just don't want too high of tip. You're right. That's not safe. Uh, uh, Okay, and Professor Brady Specs, I preemptively took the day off like 2 weeks ago. Very smart move. Uh, 99.4 as of a few minutes ago. That's still relatively safe-ish. If it goes over 102, definitely call the doctor. Um, anyhow, and Professor says I think it needs a little more cowbell. So, you have anything going on tonight, Bill?
Just the soup later on.
Okay, soup's coming up tonight. Awesome.
Yep.
And Bert will be playing some game and doing an open lines tonight or this evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Depends on where you are. And Crimson Mist, you take care. Hopefully you have a good day. And let's see here. We're getting close to 4 hours. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. I do hope everyone does have a bad day. Bad day. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the doctor. Start over. I hope everyone has a great day. And make sure to stop by Birdo Prey 5's live stream later. And if you're up and awake for Jedi Bills, go for it. Stop by there as well. Let me see here. One last thing. And as always, please remember